Folks, Joe Biden Guy coming back at you up at Orono City Hall once again. And I came up here tonight to check on Orono's special legal counsel meeting that they declared they were going to have last week. If you look at the agenda, they're going to talk about the Long Lake Fire Station lawsuit and what's going on with that. But as you can see behind me, even though the notice stated they were going to have the meeting in the council chambers, there's nobody here. So I hopped in the car to check the internet and see if I was in the right place. And sure enough, I was in the right place. But then boom, just a minute or two later, about 25 minutes after the meeting was supposed to start, I see Councilwoman Benson and Councilwoman Veach coming out. So I ran up to Miss Benson and I asked, whoa, what the heck? I thought you guys were going to be over here. And she said, no, we were just in the conference room and back. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But then I said, okay, I got another question for you. Did the meeting just end? She said, oh yeah. So they, like I said, they were in there 20 or 25 minutes. I walked away and turned and thought, you know what? I'd like to know who was there tonight. So I asked her and boom, she told me everybody was there from the council except for Councilman Crosby. Well, not many communities around here have special meetings set completely aside for lawsuits, but they had to do this because not only did the city of Orono get put in contempt just recently, but they got another hearing coming up they got to prepare for. And their problem is they got a mayor out there publicly stating on the news that the judge is wrong. The judge doesn't know what she's talking about. And I'll tell you what, even the turbine guy ain't that stupid. What kind of idiot would go on the news and say the judge doesn't know what they're talking about? Well, that kind of idiot is the mayor of our community. While they're dealing with all this Long Lake stuff and they're trying to figure out how they're going to handle the contempt and the fact that it certainly appears they keep violating the order, I don't know, maybe they were deciding which of them is going to be the one that gets to go to jail. I don't know. But while they're in there talking, there are still 6 other open lawsuits. And yes, Orono did win one recently, and it was dismissed with prejudice. And I got to admit, there is a statute that stands behind it. And I'm going to have a lot more to say about that and Orono's lawyer. But that's a whole nother video. I mean, Jared Shepard definitely deserves another video for not only what he's done to this community, but others. With those 6 other open lawsuits, I decided to do another data request. Now, I brought a video to you showing the hundreds of thousands of dollars Orono had spent in recent years on lawsuits. And I did a data request from May of this year, when I did the last data request, to now with the League of Minnesota Cities. And you will not believe how much the city of Orono has cost the taxpayers of Minnesota since May till just recently. Now you have to remember, even though the city of Orono is insured, just like everybody else, they have a deductible. And I might be wrong, but I think it's 15% on the first $250,000, and then it escalates after that. Now that is money that you and I directly here in Orono pay, and the rest of the money is everybody in Minnesota paying for it, including us in Orono. What this data request showed me is 2 different things. Orono's had in the yellow highlights legal fees, and in the green highlights, that would be public works claims, because it turned out that the city of Orono punctured a water main or something like that, and they flooded certain businesses over in Spring Park, and now we get to pay for that to the tune of, boom, $150,000. At least the League of Cities gets to pay for it, and we get to pay our deductible. But the others, for different lawsuits, we'll go from the top. You know, we got Lake Minnetonka Real Estate, Long Lake, Brad Erickson, and the turbine guy there, Jay Nygaard. And then we got $60,000, boom, $200,000, $75,000, and $26,000, equaling $361,000. That's $511,000. Yes, the city of Orono, Mayor Walsh, the council, the public works, all of this has cost us over $500,000, the people in the state of Minnesota as well as Orono. And I don't ever remember reading that anywhere. Not in the mayor's monthly propaganda he puts out at our expense. Not in the newspapers that report on any of this. Why wasn't it in the newspaper that we had to spend $150,000 for flooded businesses? Why isn't it in the newspaper that we have $361,000 in legal fees accrued or expenses in the last 6 months or so? This is ridiculous. These people are up here telling us we got money for a new fire department, $18 million for a new public works, and we got all these legal fees, and none of that matters. Because you know why? You're going to pay for it. You and me. We're paying for what's going on up here, and the craziness has to stop. Well, the turbine guy has a definite feeling that this meeting right here tonight is the first of many, because there's plenty of valid lawsuits out there that are going to make their way through, just like Long Lake is doing. And we got such a hard-headed guy up here sitting on the dais, banging his gavel. I don't think Orono stands much of a chance of getting out of any of this the easy way. Turbine guy signing off.